Yo, listen up, here's the story about a little guy that lives in a blue world. And all day and all night and everything he sees is just blue. Like him, inside and outside. Blue his house with a blue little window and a blue Corvette. And everything is blue for him and himself and everybody around. Cause he ain't got nobody to listen.
What's up, YouTube? How's it going, guys? Sorry it's been a while. I've been sick, trying to get over a nasty cold. So I have a kind of interesting topic for you guys for this vlog. I'm going to talk about death and just moving on and everybody's opinion on death, pretty much. So as most of you know, I work in a hospital, and this is the second hospital that I've actually been working in. I worked at Duke for 2 years before I moved to Virginia, and yikes. When I worked at Duke, I never really saw anybody die. I saw one death, but I didn't watch it happen. It was an organ harvest, and that bothered me a little bit. You know, it was not something I was really used to seeing, and it took me a little while to get used to what had happened and just kind of get past it. And this past week at work, I lost 2 people. I actually had to watch 2 patients pass away, and it's been kind of hard for me to deal with. I'm not usually around that kind of thing, and it's not really my job description to have to deal with it, but when people need help, you just kind of need to be there for them. So it's been giving me a new perspective on life and how I think that a lot of us take it for granted and what we have every day. I've had a couple of near-death experiences, and it just kind of, it makes you think a little bit more and makes you more thankful for what you have and what you get to do every day, because a lot of people don't have that. And I just feel like life can be taken away from you so easily. So I'm a scuba diver, and one of my near-death experiences was during an accident diving. I was around, 60 feet of water, and I started to panic a little bit. I couldn't see anything. It was pitch black. It was really cold. I was following my dad, and there was this little nylon green string, and there was a line you follow to get to where we were going. And I couldn't really see anything except for that little nylon green string, and I couldn't see my dad's fins anymore. So I started to get pretty freaked out. Like I said, I'm a certified diver, so I've been trained on what to do in these different situations where you start to get kind of scared, and I definitely didn't do what I was trained to. It's like, you know what you're supposed to do, and then you just do the exact opposite. So when I got a little bit panicky, I surfaced. And when you surface from that deep, you get the bends, and so your lungs expand from pressures where you're not supposed to, and it can be an extremely dangerous situation. So luckily for me, my dad is a rescue diver, and he came up right behind me. He noticed I was gone and knew what was going on, so he surfaced, and having my dad there is probably what saved my life, because he stopped me from going up so fast. He grabbed onto my leg to slow me down a little bit, and that's really what helped me out. So after that, I still dive. I don't let that stop me from doing it, but I definitely think about it every time, and it scares me a little bit still. So, but it just makes you be thankful for what you have, you know. Wave to the guy on the scooter. So, I don't know, I think you guys should, if you've had near-death experiences, or if you've had experience with death and have been around it a lot, Make a video response to this. Tell me what your feelings about it are and how you've dealt with it. Just share your experiences. I think that'd be really cool. I'm still getting over my cold, man. It was rough. I think that's the worst cold I've ever had in my entire life. Working in the medical field, I thought I would be around death a little bit more and just kind of see it, but I'm a little bit surprised that within 2.5 years of working in the medical field, I just now start seeing deaths, and then I have 2 in 1 week. So one of the things that made it easier for me was that these patients were they were old. You know, it was time for them to go. They were falling apart, and they're in a better place now. They were 93 and 98, and they were hanging on. So in a sense, it's a good thing. They're not in discomfort or pain anymore. So it's just very hard to watch it happen when the family's there and you can't do anything but sit and just be there to help when somebody needs it. So if anybody has experienced that, I'd like to hear everybody's opinions about it, or how they think about death now that they've witnessed it or had a near experience themselves. I just missed my turn. It's a cool looking bike. The guy's got an awesome beard too. We'll see you guys next week, hopefully. Leave a comment if you have any topics you want to hear me talk about, or have any interesting stories about death. Thanks. Peace. I love that guy's shirt. It says, "Can you see me now, asshole?" That's hilarious. That's too funny.